my name is Adelle Southall, and I help teachers build a profitable tutoring business using skills that they already have. Today, my video is to talk about the differences between teaching and tutoring. Teaching in the elementary classroom versus online tutoring. Now, you may think there are some pretty obvious differences between the two. You're right. I'm going to go through them all. So let's get started. What's the difference between online tutoring and teaching in an elementary classroom? Well, the first obvious difference is the building. If you were an elementary teacher, you have to be in the building. Now, there are some virtual schools. There have been virtual schools for years, but more and more districts are allowing their students to attend school virtually. For the majority, though, you have to be in the building during your set hours as an elementary educator. As an online tutor, I get to set my own hours and work from the comfort of my own basement, especially because I only see my students online. Online tutoring allows me to meet with students from all across the country. I tutor students all the way in Washington State, Wisconsin, Minnesota. I have students in Florida, North and South Carolina, Maryland, Virginia. A lot of times your tutoring schedule is going to be based on the opposite schedule of the school day, unless you're able to find the elusive homeschoolers. The tutoring day for me typically goes from 3:30 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. And by 6:30, I am tapped out. I am a morning person, so that's where I end my sessions. And that's the beauty of online tutoring. When you are working in a school district, you work the school hours. You have to follow the bus schedules, the school schedules, and everything so on. Now that I have my own tutoring business, I'm able to create my own schedule. So on Mondays, I work a longer day. Wednesdays, I work a longer day. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, I really only work the after school hours. I was able to set it up to be flexible with what I needed and what worked for my family. Another very different area from classroom teaching, especially in elementary and online tutoring, is in the elementary school level, you are focused on teaching every subject: math, science, social studies, reading, writing, phonics, sometimes health, sometimes art, sometimes music. Sometimes your school district doesn't even have of those extracurriculars, so that's on you as the teacher. As an online tutor, I can specialize in exactly what works best for me. Turns out that it works better for me to be an online reading tutor. I love helping kids learn how to read. I love helping kids who are just learning how to build comprehension. Those early elementary years to the upper elementary years are my sweet spot. And because that's my focus, I'm able to pull all my resources around that one topic, and I'm even able to reuse several of my lessons throughout the week, making lesson planning that much easier. Which leads me to our next difference between the classroom and online tutoring. The curriculum. When you're in the classroom, you have to use the curriculum that your district chose. You need to follow through with all of the timelines. You need to back map from where the kids need to be to where they are now. And really, your curriculum is focused on just the middle level, the kids who are in that middle part of the grade. Of course, as teachers, you're also asked to tier to the high, tier to the low, so that you're hitting a mix of all between. But if we're truly honest, what we're most capable of doing is hitting the middle. We can hit the high and the low in our small groups, but our instruction is focused in the middle. As an online tutor, I typically tutor one-to-one. I have tutored groups on different platforms, but my preference is to meet with my students one-on-one, which means my curriculum is focused on exactly what that kid needs. If Anna needs to be tutored in just phonics, she needs more phonics, that's what I'm going to focus on for her. I'll pull from whatever resource I have, the resources I used in the classroom, the resources I found as an online tutor to build a program to help Anna to be a better reader with phonics and fluency. Maybe I have another student who needs help with comprehension. I can pull from wherever I need to help that student. I get to focus on where the student's gaps are and how to bring the student up to their grade level. As a classroom teacher, I can only focus on my grade level. That's really all I have time for. But as an online tutor, I can focus on wherever the child may need to be. I have a first grade student who's reading on a third and a fourth grade level. I can focus on those third and fourth grade level skills, filling in the little pieces that he may be missing throughout those other grade levels, but I can do exactly what he needs. Last but not least, extracurricular activities. As an online tutor, I don't have to go to the extracurricular activities unless I really want to. Most of my students do not live in my direct area. I am not going to be able to go to their soccer games, their football games, their dances, all those extracurriculars. And honestly, I kind of do miss that. But the extracurriculars I'm talking about are PTA nights, fundraisers, curriculum nights like reading night, math night, spelling bees, all the extra things that you have to show up extra on top of the things that you already have to do. None of that is included being an online tutor. I will say that that time that you would be using with those extracurriculars is spent in marketing, because you are the sole owner of your business. You're going to be the one who has to market and get the word out that, hey, I'm tutoring. That is going to be the shift in the time that you're going to be using versus going to all those extracurricular activities. So if you're interested in becoming an online tutor and working to regain your joy in teaching, now's the time. There are so many students and parents out there looking for a teacher who can help them, looking for someone who has the certifications and the skills and the proof that they can help their students succeed. When you have your own online tutoring business, you're the boss. You don't have to answer to any higher ups or any crazy political things that might be going on in our country. You get to be the person who chooses what you present to your students. It is life-changing. The stress level in my life is completely different than it was just a year ago. If you're interested in starting your own tutoring business, please feel free to use the link below. I would love to work with you. I have 2 spots available for one-on-one coaching. If you would like to get started today, here's your chance.